Today I'm going to be walking you through a little Premiere Pro breakdown. This is like, hey, I just opened Premiere Pro for the first time. I want to make a video for Instagram or TikTok. Here's what I do, okay? So I'm going to go over a couple things, maybe more than a couple. Try to follow along. I'm going to open up a new project. I'm going to title it Test, but you can title it whatever you want. And then I'm going to kind of ignore my stuff over here and just press Create. Once you get into, I'm going to replace that because of the test. Once you get into Premiere, this is kind of your interface, okay? So the thing about Premiere is you can move things around and you can change what your interface looks like. I usually come up here and click on vertical. I've actually created my own. This is where you get your workspaces, but vertical will work well for you. Okay, down here is your timeline. These are just different places to kind of locate several different things you can do in the app. But first things first, I'm going to click and drag just like a video in here. And so this right over here is where all of your videos and media will be sourced, and you can drag it onto your timeline. So I'm going to show you a vertical video, and I'm going to drag that onto my timeline. For this purpose, for this video, I actually want it to be vertical though. So this is horizontal, I want vertical. I'm going to go to sequence, and you'll notice sequence is grayed out, sequence settings. Because I'm clicked on a video, I actually need to click off of anything, and now I can go to sequence, settings. I really want it to be 1080 by 1920, and I want my format to be 30 frames per second. Now, this isn't really the place to disagree with me on that one. People have all these thoughts about social media and what that should be. I use that format for a good reason, and I think you should too. Argue with me in the comments. So with effect controls up here in the upper left, this is where you can actually change how your video looks. Now my video here looks great because I shot it in 4K. We're working in a 1080 by 1920 format. So the quality looks great. Look at my eyes. But I'm actually going to scale down my video. You come over here to motion. If it's not open, you click on motion and you scale down your video. Now I could make it perfectly wide. I could zoom in a little bit and have the edges be black. I could have it fill up the bottom and then go to position, and I could move that down so it's towards the bottom. I could put some text up here, up top. There's a lot of options. So basically, if I press the space bar, it's going to play. This is from a video that I don't even see the audio.
Hi, and welcome to...
There it is. Audio pops up here. You'll notice in the timeline that the upper part of the timeline is your visuals and the lower part is your audios. On the left, you'll see different tracks. You can have as many tracks as you want, because when you stack something on top of something else, that is technically above it. So you're going to see that thing. I'll show you another example. Let me get a photo. I drag the photo directly onto my timeline. So right now, you'll notice that the photo is above the video, so the photo is going to show up. If I want, I could scale down that photo and I can move it up to the top. I do this quite a bit in videos, you'll notice. If I want to crop the photo, I'm going to go to Effects. I'm going to type in Crop, and I'm going to drag that crop onto my image. Now, if I click on it, I just double clicked. I'm going to click out. I don't want that. If I click on it and then I go to crop, I can click on crop. I'll do that again. I'm going to click on crop. I have to be on the right thing. And then I can actually just drag this line up if I want to, and that will also crop it. But you'll notice that over here on the left, bottom went up 29%. That's because I'm cropping from the bottom, so it's going up. If I want to crop from the top, then I could bring down my image, and then I could crop from here, and I could crop from here, and then I could move this image. Okay, you'll notice the crop is changing with that. I'm going to actually have to go to position and move it up. Okay, so that was a lot in a short amount of time, but that's a lot of things that I use regularly. I also use If you click on C, it turns into cut. I cut things a lot, and then V goes back to the regular cursor to move things around. I use that all the time. I also use A all the time, a shortcut A. If you click on A, it will drag everything that you click and behind it. And so you can move everything back at once instead of dragging individually. That'll save you a lot of time. V and A and Control Z or Command Z because I want to undo things that I just did. Okay. I will cut out the beginning of this video right here. Click on V, delete that because there was no audio. You'll notice the audio waves at the bottom. I could make this bigger to show you. This is where the speaking starts.
Hi and welcome to.
And then I can have the image start right there.
A little mini session on
Perfect.
photography.
Over here, you'll notice the image is fit to the screen. I always fit it, but if you want it to be a little smaller or bigger, you could zoom out a little bit, but it's nice that it shows the full thing. You always want to be able to see the full thing. A couple other things that I want to mention. You can create keyframes, okay? So let's just get rid of this image real quick. Let's say that I want to move this video from the bottom to the top during the actual video. Then you want to create a keyframe. So you come over here to position. I'll create a keyframe right there. And what this is doing is kind of creating like one spot the image is in. And then I'm going to put it in another spot. So I'm going to drag it a little further, create another keyframe with that circle, and I'm going to drag the video up. So you'll notice when I drag over, the video goes down because it's backwards. Now I'm going to press play.
Hi and welcome to a little
and it's going to start going up right when that first keyframe hits.
So today
and then it's going to stop at that second keyframe. That's how keyframes work. You can do the same thing with scale if you want to zoom in. I'll create a keyframe here at the end and I'll zoom in like all the way. If I create another one at the front, I'm going to zoom out and you're going to notice me get bigger when I press play. So I'm going to press the space bar. 3, 2, 1.
Hi and welcome to a
and I am getting larger on the screen.
So today is kind of my first session.
So you'll also notice I moved up and got larger. I can delete these keyframes by just highlighting them and pressing back, and it will just get larger.
And welcome to a little mini session on photography.
Okay, awesome. One more thing I think is really important to teach you is about essential graphics. So you can transcribe anything really easily right here. If you go to transcript, transcribe, what it's going to do is it's going to get all of the words for you, write them all out using AI/technology that they already have on Premiere Pro. It might take a minute, but in a second you're going to see all of the words that I say, and you're going to be able to edit them. So if you feel like it got one thing wrong, then you definitely want to edit them. One thing I will say is if you film something horizontally, you're going to want to use this rotation. Sometimes you need to rotate it 90 degrees or negative 90 degrees. And basically, that's when you have a video that looks like this and you need to rotate. That happens a lot. All you have to do is just change the rotation by 90 degrees so that you can figure out which one is the best. But this one was recorded accurately because it's horizontal, and then I'll just make it larger. Okay, transcript's taking a while, but it should transcribe your audio, and then you just click on create captions from transcript. If you want them to be really fast captions, then you're going to go to formatting and you're going to want your maximum length and maximum duration to be really short, like 1.4 seconds, and then characters like 18, and then you want your lines to be single. That will set you up to make you kind of look like TikTok. It's going to be like fast words, and then you transcribe and create captions. It might do everything at once for me right now, so I think that is kind of working, but it's just going a little bit slowly. Oh, come on, I need to work. Okay, any other things that I kind of want you to know? Audio down here, I'm going to make that small again. You can mute audio by clicking on M. You can also record audio by clicking on one of these voice over records so that you can do your own recording over the videos if you want to do like a vlog or something. Now you're going to notice that down here on the video, we have the text that has been transcribed.
Hi, and welcome to a little mini session on
Now,
photography. So
personally,
today is kind of my first
I don't like the
session,
way that they
and
set
I'm
that
gonna
up down there. So to change it, here's what you do. You click on the graphic. You go to Essential Graphics. It's over here, but you could move it over here, like I said. Essential Graphics. So now what I need to do is I need to create a style of text. And you could save these styles, but we're just going to show you. So I'm going to change the text. I like to use ones that are more bold. And then I'm going to make it bigger. And then I'm going to move it up. Clicked on the middle there. And then I'm going to move it down just a little bit. So why right there? That is right above where the caption is in Instagram. Okay, you could maybe move it a little bit more down, but that's kind of where I put it, about a third of the way up. You could also put it at the top and then move it down, but I definitely like to have it out of the middle because I don't want it to get on someone's face. Okay, and then I can change the colors. I could do the fill. I want the fill to be red, and then I want the shadow to be white. Okay, I usually just change those two things. It makes it pop. But now you'll notice that this is different than the other words. So what I need to do is I need to create a style with this. So I'm going to press plus and create style. And then I'm going to call it test. Now, because you chose a style and made a style, all of the words are going to be in that style when you press play. Okay? Whenever you click on a style, the captions will automatically use that style for every single one of your words. So don't forget to create a style rather than change all of the words to the same style one by one. That would be crazy. Okay, I'm not going to go over much else. Essential sound you can use to change the audio type. The only thing I really ever use is reduce noise because it will reduce the noise in the background. If you go above 5, your audio is going to start to sound weird. I usually land about 2.0 and it makes the person stand out and the background gets a little bit quieter. I usually reduce noise to about 2.0. I hope that's it. If there's anything else that I forgot in this little crash course, I will let you know. Once you're done with your video and you want to export it, here's what I always do. Because I have things towards the back of my video that I don't usually really need, like different clips and stuff, I press I at the beginning and then O at the very end of my video. And those are my in and out markers. So now I'm going to go to export and I'm going to name it whatever I want. This is really important. I go to video. I go down to more and I click on render at maximum depth, use maximum render quality. I come down to VBR 1 pass. It's called bitrate settings. I go to VBR 2 pass, 20, 25. Once those are set, that's pretty much all I change. I have those 3 little switches. And then I change where it's going to export. I'm going to click on desktop, save it to desktop as an MP4 file. Instead of work area right here, I'm going to change that to source in to out. That's what my in and out points were when I was doing that. You can export to different places if you need to. You know, you can go straight to YouTube. Just have to sign into YouTube. I always export to my computer so that I can send it to my phone or do whatever I need to do. And then I'm going to click export. Depending on how fast your computer is, it will export it pretty quickly. If the file size is bigger, it will take longer. But look, it took my computer less than 10 seconds. Now you're going to see my busy desktop. I'll avoid that. I'm just going to go find the video. Click on test. There it is.
Hi, and welcome to a little mini session on photography. So today is kind of my first session, and I'm gonna.
That is actually some unreleased footage, so I used it perfectly as a test. All right, that is it for now. I have more to tell, I really do, but I'm gonna end it at that. Thank you so much for watching, and ask any questions about anything you want in the comments. Enjoy.